Okay, so the Akashic Records are essentially an energetic database that sit, I guess, in the ether. They're all around us, they're just energy. However, they hold a lot of information. So if you can think of maybe you can either visualize maybe a vast library, which is, I guess, the visualization that was used traditionally, a vast library that obviously holds many, many, many books. And every book would, I guess, represent a lifetime of a soul. And within that book, you would have a record of every thought, every choice, every consequence that soul ever made in that lifetime. And every lifetime would, be in their section of the library. And the Akashic Library isn't something new, and it's not, some kind of new concept that has been created out of kind of thin air. It's a very old, recognised informational point, energetic informational point that has been around for thousands and thousands of years. So it's also known as the soul records, or the Akasha, and the Bible mentions the soul records. Lots of different scientists have been known, or it's been thought that they've been known to access the Akashic records, like Nostradamus, Einstein. There's different people, key people, that have received information or have been kind of like way showers, or I guess classed as like, major psychics or whatever. And it's thought that they're actually, being able to access the Akashic records. The Akashic records was always something that was deemed as a very kind of elitist thing that only certain people could do. And essentially that was probably right, because they would only there was only probably certain people that had reached a spiritual point or an energetic level where they were able to access the Akashic records. However, that's not the case now, and this, the Akashic records is available for anybody to access. You can access your own, Akashic record. The Akashic records is basically how I access all my information for the profile readings that I do, the soul realignment readings. I also access different dimensions. So the Akashic records is based on the fifth dimension. We're in the third dimension, we're in a physical body. The fourth dimension is our thoughts and our emotions, and that's where they sit. And then the Akashic records sit on the fifth dimension. And as I say, they're kind of in the energy, they're in the ether, they're all around us. We can't physically touch, but we can connect by requesting to be able to access our information. And the more we can access our information, the more we help ourselves to learn about our past and also to help us in the future. And the beauty of the Akashic records, the Akashic records are not about foretelling futures in that sense. They're not for that. What they are, they're a guide for us to be able to learn from and learn about our past choices and our consequences from those choices. So we can then basically, become more in line or more aligned with who we are at soul level. So getting past those, negative choices that we've made, learning from them, and then kind of looking and being mindful at not kind of repeating those patterns. So that's essentially what the Akashic records are, and I use them for all the work that I use. And I only go into a soul's Akashic record with the soul's permission, and that's really, really key. And if I did go into an Akashic record where I didn't have permission, then the information that I would get wouldn't be right anyway. So there's absolutely, no point without permission, not only from the physical person, but also from the soul. So even if a person wants to have their Akashic record done and read, sometimes the soul's not ready for that. So then, we respect that, and I don't go into the Akashic record. So that's essentially what the Akashic records are.